Question 691. The Consumer Recovery Account is funded by A. State legislature, B. Real estate license fees, C. HUD, D. Charitable contributions. Correct answer is B. Real estate license fees. The Consumer Recovery Account enables persons who were defrauded by real estate licensees to recover some of those losses. It is administered by the BRE. Question 692. In wood frame homes, the parallel boards that are used to support the load of the floor and the ceiling are called A. Rafters, B. Internal sheathing, C. Girders, D. Joists. Correct answer is D. Joists. Knowledge of the elements of construction will make it easier to judge the quality of a wood frame home. Question 693. A leasehold estate is A. Chattel real, B. Real property, C. Personal property, D. Both A and C. Correct answer is D. Both A and C. Although a lessee has an interest in real property, the estate is in the form of personal property. Chattel real is another way of referring to personal property. Question 694. Mrs. Johnson, a widow, dies, leaving a life estate in her home to her brother Ben and the remainder to her only son, David. Ben planned to move into the house. However, David was currently residing there and did not want to move out. Can David remain in the home even if Ben does not agree? A. Yes, since David was Mrs. Johnson's son. B. Yes, David was left a remainder, which means he is entitled to stay in one room of the house. C. No, David has no right to live there against Ben's wishes, until Ben dies. D. No, David has lost his right to ever live in the house. Correct answer is C. No, David has no right to live there against Ben's wishes, until Ben dies. In this scenario, Ben, the life tenant, has the sole right of use, possession of the estate as long as he lives. Question 695. Borrower Barry did not repay a secured loan as agreed, and lender Lawrence foreclosed by filing a lawsuit against Barry in the county court where the property was located. The court found in Lawrence's favor, issued a decree of foreclosure and ordered a sale of the property to be held to satisfy the debt. This is called A. Fire sale, B. Sheriff's sale, C. Foreclosure sale, D. Deed sale. Correct answer is B. Sheriff's sale. While the foreclosure is still pending, the borrower can still cure the default by paying the past due amount, plus legal fees, and regain the property. This is called reinstatement. Question 696. A historical society hires appraiser Andrew to gauge the value of its majestic domed meeting house, built in 1876. In applying the cost method of appraisal, Andrew is most likely to use the building's A. Reproduction cost, B. Replacement cost, C. Both A and B. D. None of the above. Correct answer is B. Replacement cost. Replacement cost is the current cost of building a property with utilities equal to the subject property, i.e. a building usable in the same way as the subject property. Reproduction cost relates to what it would cost to build an exact duplicate of the subject property at current prices. If the subject property is a new home, then reproduction cost and replacement cost may be the same. If, as in this case, the building is older and was elaborately constructed with expensive materials, reproduction cost is an unreliable indicator of value. Question 697. In order to be valid, a trust deed must include a provision requiring the trustor to A. Keep the property in good repair, B. Maintain insurance for property, C. Remain current on all tax and assessment payments for the property, D. None of the above. Correct answer is D. None of the above. A typical trust deed would contain all of the options, but none of them are required for the trust deed to be enforceable. Question 698. Which of the following most closely resembles the relationship between a seller and a broker? A. Broker and salesman, B. Trustee and beneficiary, C. Mortgager and mortgagee, D. Vendor and vendee. Correct answer is B. Trustee and beneficiary. A broker is the agent and a seller is the principal for whom the broker works. A trustee is also an agent, working for the beneficiary, the principal. On the other hand, the broker-salesman relationship is like the one between employer and employee. The mortgager and mortgagee is like a borrower-lender. And vendor-vendee is akin to a seller and buyer. Question 699. The major differences between the exclusive authorization and right to sell listing and the exclusive agency listing is, are: A. With the exclusive agency listing, the broker is entitled to a commission even if the owner sells the property himself. B. With an exclusive authorization and right to sell listing, the broker is entitled to a commission even if the owner sells the property himself. C. With the exclusive agency listing, the broker is not entitled to a commission if the owner sells the property himself. D. Both B and C. Correct answer is D. Both B and C. The exclusive authorization and right to sell agency listing is clearly the more desirable arrangement for the real estate professional since it renders disputes irrelevant regarding who was the procuring cause of the sale. Question 700. Which is the most accurate definition of a fee simple absolute? A. An estate for life. B. Highest and most complete type of land ownership. C. Estate for years. D. Defeasible fee. Correct answer is B. Highest and most complete type of land ownership. A fee simple absolute represents absolute ownership of land, so the owner may do whatever she chooses with the land. When an owner of a fee simple dies without a will, the land descends to the heirs. Question 701. To establish an agency relationship between a principal and broker, the most important component is the A. Offer. B. Property description. C. Commission agreement. D. Written employment contract. Correct answer is D. Written employment contract. The primary requirement for creating an enforceable principal-broker relationship is a written employment contract. Question 702. An arrangement that allows a mortgager to borrow additional sums in the future up to a maximum amount, secured by the mortgaged property, is called A. Assumed loan. B. Advance costs. C. Open-end mortgage. D. Secured future mortgage. Correct answer is C. Open-end mortgage. An open-end mortgage allows for reborrowing whenever required, without negotiating a new mortgage. The interest rate applied is the usual market interest rate which rises and falls based on market conditions.